Oh, rip. Rip. What's up? How is life going, guys?
Can I say something? Can I say something? And it's I really like that these people did this, but I gotta be honest, with my experience in life with people like Ethan, the only thing that ever knocks them out of their spiraling is the rod. It's the stick. It's not the carrot.
Okay, Chief.
Like he feels like he's bullying you. He feels like he's hurting you. He's not going to stop until he's bleeding out of the corner of his mouth. And I get it. I want to be empathetic. Like, I understand the value of empathy. I understand the value of trying to reach out to someone. But somebody like Ethan, he needs to see some stars before he's going to fucking back down. You know? And so I just would not do this. Like, and I know that a lot of them have since come out and said, well, that didn't work because they legitimately tried. And so I don't think that they were wrong to try this. It's just with people like Ethan Klein, until he feels the pressure, he's not going to stop.
It's so insane to me how safe these people feel, just like making violent threats, I guess. Based, I guess. Okay. Yeah, do you think he's mad that he didn't get on the content cop? He feels personally slighted. Rip.
Well, guys, it took a while, but after 4 months, 2025 has officially had its first apocalyptic-level VTuber drama that has caused an industry-wide disaster. This is about one of the biggest independent VTubers on the planet and how for years, while pretending to be her friend, tried to take away opportunities and suppress the success of an even bigger independent VTuber by the name of Bao. This all started when a very well-renowned artist within the VTuber community published this document titled Terminating My Work with Cinder. This document is such a bombshell filled to the brim with proof that it's currently sitting at almost 3 million views and it hasn't even been up for 24 hours.
Damn.
That artist wasn't the only one. There are multiple documents with a lot of proof published by multiple people, including Bao, who usually stays away from drama. And as time goes on, more and more people
music
are coming
for this
out with
and
their
everything.
side of the story. You have to understand,
God.
this doesn't just involve Bao, this involves multiple very successful VTubers being backstabbed by that person. And that is barely scraping the surface here.
Jeez.
Not to mention that her apology was one of the worst I've seen in recent memory. To say that this is apocalyptic is an understatement. The entire VTuber community is shook to its core. So what the hell is going on? Well, you already know the drill. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, the VTuber at the center of this controversy is Cinder, but she didn't always go by that name. She actually started off in 2020 as a YouTuber by the name of Tashi.mp3, making a variety of different ASMR RP videos, like You're Such a Good Boy for Me ASMR
Manipulation
RP.
and gaslighting, two-faced backstabbing, lying, and bad employer.
Sak, who is her animator, also quote tweeted the document Bao posted and said, feel free to read if you want, go show love and support to both Nano and Bao though, and linked a Google document that recounted his experiences in this entire situation. So Sak starts this document off with, this is going to be very unorganized, but I'll try and keep this brief since I don't really think that they, Red specifically, deserve any more of my attention after hearing what they have said about me and also how working with them was. So he specifies again that he wanted to go anonymous and in-house, not because Bao forced him to, but because he wanted to. He wanted to focus on his own channel while not worrying about having to be commissioned by other people. Then he addresses what Redacted told Nanoless about him, where he says her editor met us at TwitchCon and was saying that he'd love to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. Sak says, when me and Cinder initially discussed working on a music video project at TwitchCon, everything was fine and friendly. However, the part that is stated as practically jumped through hoops is, well, a bit of an overstatement to say the least, since they had asked me a significant amount of times trying to get me to work with them after I told them no multiple times, and I only said yes because they offered double pay.
Okay, I don't care. Sorry,
We are so far past the point of using security and information breach as a justification to delete these apps. It's never going to get banned.
Do you have any more information on the May 6th debate? I bought a ticket on the day it was announced, but rumors that Andrew dropped out. I haven't received any emails. Apparently Andrew dropped out. I don't know why. I talked to him, I guess. I don't know if he's addressing his stream or not, but I'll be there. Apparently I'm going to debate the audience or something. I don't know.
I 100% agree with that, actually.
But the argument,
Period.
I
We
disagree.
got one.
I just don't stop selling.
After you win your legal cringe, you need to reach out to more tangential communities. We need more peers to fight against the Dean Withers and Hassans that are soiling the left. Maybe, dude, that's, once this is all over, oh my God. This is, it's very, we'll get there. Ask me in 6 months. Well, hopefully not that long, but. Have you seen the reaction to the AOC town hall on her taking a photo with someone holding a hostage poster? I looked around Reddit and it's super blackpilling. One of the most subhuman, degenerate things about the pro-Palestinian movement and protesters, and it's one of the reasons that should give you pause to ever support those people, was the fact that they were running around cities tearing down posters of hostages. That type of behavior is some of the most insane and unhinged shit I have ever seen in my entire life. So that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Caused by
The farmers
treat these illnesses.
Oh yeah, I just cummed so many times. I've never in my entire life heard anybody else bring this argument up. I asked her so many times. People always say the evil pharmaceutical companies are trying to make money off of us, and that's why they do these vaccines. It's like, wouldn't there be more money in treating the disease? Because when I grew up, that was always the meme. There's more money in the treatment than there is in the cure, and that's why they don't even give us the prevention. And it's like, okay, well, here's a vaccine. Oh, you're still trying to make money off me. What? What the fuck? Like, you want to fix all of these inequities in society with fucking welfare and affirmative action? That's totally unrealistic. Okay, fine, you're right. What do you want to do instead of vaccines? Well, if every single person in the United States just became healthy, we would be fine. Yeah, also, keep in mind this fucking retard earlier was like, we take way too many vaccines. And it's like, okay, well, what do you want to do? Well, first, the MMR vaccine, that should be 3 separate vaccines. Like, okay, dude. Whatever, man.
Then, if everybody stayed the same and everybody got vaccinated.
But why not do
100%.
both? Why can't you have a healthy diet and get vaccinated and increase our herd immunity?
We shouldn't be allowed in these conversations, right? This is a super prime example of bad faith engagement for like somebody who abuses the privilege of freedom of speech just to diarrhea into everybody's fucking brains, okay, with their verbal vomit, all right? If you have this question, you have this singular point that you've brought up about single antigen vaccines, and you can't even answer why there is a combined vaccine. If you don't even know the answer, you're not asking in good faith. You don't deserve to have any voice at all. Your mouth should be sit shut until you actually fucking read up on whatever the fuck it is you're trying to pretend to ask questions about. It's so fucking annoying that we have to waste oxygen and brain space listening to people like this. Like, just go look it up. Vaccines in the United States is the MMR vaccine, which produces immunity against measles, mumps, and rubella. These 3 infectious diseases have several things in common. They are all caused by viruses that can spread through coughing and sneezing. Individuals infected with measles, mumps, or rubella are contagious for several days before they show the classic outward signs, rash or swelling, or infection. Finally, many Americans once considered these diseases to be part of a normal childhood. Their danger was underestimated. We know that 2 of these illnesses, measles and rubella, can be very dangerous. Far from being a harmless right of childhood, they're responsible for hundreds of thousands of fetal and child deaths each year. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Somebody linked me this. I read it. In the United States, they're prevented by a single combined vaccine. The combined vaccine is developed by Dr. Maurice Hillman. The combined vaccine is more convenient for patients, and this convenience actually saves lives. Fewer injections translate as fewer missed doses, and therefore more protection in a shorter time. The MMR vaccine saved millions of lives worldwide. Okay, there you go. That was si.edu. I don't know. Really dumb. If you're already getting a vaccine, why wouldn't you want to get vaccinated against all 3 viruses? Who's he advocating for? You feel really dumb. The reason why you feel dumb is because you're trying to evaluate the things that he's saying like an ordinary human. He's just trying to say he's anti-vaxxer. He's just an anti-vaxxer. He hates all vaccines. If one of these guys were to ask him right now, let's say that they separated all 3 vaccines into 3 separate ones, which one would you get? He would say none of them. He's lying. He's lying. He's just lying. This is all just bad. This is just a waste of time. This is what retards do that want to destroy public discourse. Is they ask retarded fucking questions like this constantly in order to slow down any actual conversation because they're too cowardly or because they know that their own position is untenable intellectually in front of other people that could challenge it. But that's the answer.
with no seatbelt on? Or should people be able to drink and drive?
Like, this guy doesn't know anything about the United States of America. He doesn't know anything about the Constitution. He doesn't know about legality. Like, oh, public safety can't trample personal liberties. Compelling interests for public safety are one of the few times that you actually can trample public liberties. There's a whole standard of review based on how compelling an argument can be made on the side of a state in order to enact some kind of law that infringes on your personal liberties. When we talk about standards of review, like a strict scrutiny review for a thing that can trample an individual liberty, you know, it can survive this if you can make a compelling argument for why it ought to exist. Or the idea of a draft. The entire concept of the draft is against your personal liberty. Holy shit. Like, how much more infringing can the government be on your personal liberty for public safety, arguably, to raise a military? Like, this is such a
it's their own individual liberty, or is there a trade-off?
You got me. People
is there a
shouldn't be able
trade-off?
to-
Wait, is there
Oh,
any...
you got me. Oh, you got me. Oh, you got me. Oh.
drive because it's their own individual liberty, or is there a trade-off?
You got me. People
Is there a
shouldn't be able
trade-off?
to-
Wait, is there any study out there that shows? I'm not gonna like press you on the study, but are there studies that show that autism?
Never in.
That's so bad faith. Oh, they always do this. They always do this where they're like, okay, which illegal immigrants or whatever do you want to start deporting first? I want to deport. Can we deport the fucking criminals at least? Okay, fine, sure. Gotcha. What do you mean? Gotcha. They're all criminals because they came in here illegally. Oh, you got me, bro. Fuck. Because that's definitely what you mean when you talk about scary criminals. That's definitely what you're implying there. Okay, nice. Good one.
Indicted of a crime.
Wait,
Well, hold on. But do you?
He entered the country illegally, but then was given
that a
asylum.
crime?
Wait, do you
entering
think-
the
You
country,
should have
fleeing
never
your
entered
country?
in the country illegally.
Wait, do you
There's a
think-
whole line of people trying to come into the country,
But he
and
was
you need to
granted
wait your turn.
asylum. He
you-
was granted asylum.
it was
He
a
was
with-
fleeing his country.
Let me ask: do you think if someone's here illegally, they should still get due process and constitution?
Like, these guys need to go back. I just don't know if they realize how depraved and evil the people they're talking to are. You need to go back and you just need to say, hold on, should anybody ever be able to claim asylum? And they'll say no. Just hear that. Start there, because all of this is bullshit. This is all a waste of fucking time. Just say, should anybody be allowed to come to the United States for asylum? Well, I think they should stop in all the other countries first. And like, well, if they're coming here, I don't know, maybe if the UN refer, like,
Can't do anything.
Yeah, you gotta facilitate, not effectuate. You have to facilitate, not effectuate.
one of the coolest things, you see this in a lot of House episodes, is you can do brain surgery when people are awake. You don't have any actual pain sensation, I think, on the inside of your brain. Because evolutionarily, it doesn't really make sense you'd be able to feel pain there, because chances are if your brain is getting hit, you're probably dead anyway, right? So you can actually have forms of waking brain surgery where you have a person who's awake and you're probing different parts of the brain, and you can kind of see like how they respond to different things. I think you can maybe even like shut down speech centers, or you temporarily paralyze somebody depending on what you're fucking poking around at. One of the craziest things is you can take an ordinary, like well-functioning human being, you can have the head stationary, you remove the back of the skull, and you can actually bring in, okay, the turkey baster full of Trump cum, and you can just smash it right into the back of people's heads like this, and you can hear in real time. Maybe we should be more critical about vaccines, maybe that cause autism. Like, you can hear every talking point, like as they fucking fill them up with cum without even having to knock them out. You can hear all of the MAGA talking points come out, because there's no other explanation for how these people can all have the same retarded, fucking brainless talking points. Oh,
Mexico should get.
Whoops. Well, hi, what's up, babe?